Hey YouTube, the Webzilla here. I'm here to talk to you about something that's been really infuriating me. Connor the Webzilla here, by the way, in case you didn't hear that. I've been checking it out online, I've been hearing about it with friends, I even heard it multiple times with some family members and friends and even just random people. I'm here to talk to you about the console wars. I know you're probably going to say, oh, skip the video or just leave or something like that. Please don't. This really means a lot to me if you just listen to my opinion on it. I don't care. PlayStation 3 versus Xbox 360, neither. I just choose both. I have the 360, I have the PS3, I have both right now. I love both. 360 will be dear in my heart, along with the PS3. I care about both generally, because both are a fun console, both are entertaining, both are exciting, both are fun, both are just enjoyable. I have so many games that are even on the same genre, same franchise, on just the different consoles. I played Prototype on the PS3. I played Prototype 2 on the 360. I played Assassin's Creed on the PS3. Played Assassin's Creed Revelations on the 360. To be honest, I didn't get the 360 till like a little over a year ago, and I even have a subscription for it. I had one, but now it canceled for some reason. I honestly don't know. It canceled a month early, so it's infuriating to me right now. But that doesn't matter right now. I've been checking it out online. I've been listening to a lot of people. The reason I got the 360 was because, oh, well, a bunch of cool games on it, like Left 4 Dead, or a bunch of opportunities. My friends has a console, Halo and all that stuff. Halo is a fun game for me. I enjoy the storyline, and the gameplay is fun, and so is the storyline and multiplayer. Multiplayer is infuriating, and it's laggy as hell, but nonetheless, I'm not trying to infuriate you on that. I'm not trying to pick sides. I'm just saying, guess what? PlayStation 3 versus Xbox 360, I don't care. I have both already, so don't start the console wars with me. I mean, I'll be happy to hear some people say PS3 if they choose a console war, because I kind of want people that I want to agree on, because, no offense, but the 360 has its flaws just as PS3. And people are always going to say, oh, PS3 got hacked, PS3 got hacked, PS3 got hacked, PS3 got hacked. That's the only defense on it. I'm not trying to debunk anything, but here are the facts I listed. Xbox lags. Xbox has slow internet. And don't believe me? I downloaded Borderlands 2 on my PS3. Took 5 minutes to do so. I update the whole game. 5 minutes. It took me 5 minutes just to update one update for a match of Halo. Halo 4. I don't know what's its deal with, but my console's slow for some reason. I don't want to sound like an idiot or anything. I don't want to sound like a dick, but I'm just saying, like, some things are just better than others in some classes. Now, I mean, to be honest, some people will say, oh, well, I have the 360, I have a bunch of stuff. I honestly don't know why I'm using this mic. But my point is just why people just pick sides and all that stuff. Like, I understand some people will say, oh, well, I just don't like PlayStation, I don't like its color, I don't like its style, I just don't like PlayStation in general, or I am more of an Xbox person. I can live with that. But some people will say, well, Xbox is just better, and I never looked at PlayStation, so yeah. I don't believe me? I have a friend named Tommy, and Tommy, kind of upsetting, kind of hates stuff for some reason, I don't know why. And to be honest, he just flat out hates stuff like to be honest, I'm Christian and he's Catholic. He hates Christians for some reason, like, not me, but like, he hates the religion. I honestly don't know why. They're the same thing. Nonetheless, he hates PlayStation. But you know what? We played Little Big Planet 2 together. He knows The Last of Us. He watched it. He's seen us play PlayStation a lot. He's not all that excited about the Taco Bell deal between PlayStation 4 and Taco Bell and all that stuff, but you know what? Just that. He's not all that excited for it, but he thinks it's a pretty cool idea. I'm fairly certain, I think. I don't know. But that shows in previews that he's just obtuse to the console, not the whole game's on it. So he hates the console, but he doesn't hate everything about it. That's where the preview falls in. I can tolerate him, though. There are two guys that I am aware of. One's named Jacob. The other's name, let's call him Mel. Let's call him Gibson. Let's call him Jason. Let's call him Freddy. I don't care. Sean. And Sean says he can beat me in every game possible. And he said he had a PS3 multiple times. He said it broke down on him like around 5 times, something like that. And I said, why did it happen? He said, it just did. I'm like, that doesn't happen. I had the PS3 for like 4 years. Did you get the big bulky console or did you get the slim? And I can imagine he's gonna say, no, I got the slim version, so I should have lasted longer. He probably didn't get the slim. I told him, hey, what about hey, did you ever check out Killzone? He's like, yeah, I heard about it once, but that was I'm like, well, did you check about and he's arguing constantly about, oh, console this, console that. I don't talk to him that much. That's because he's overcompensating. He says, oh, I can beat you at every game possible. He will say that to me every day of the week, and it's so obnoxious. I'll say, what about Killzone? Never played it. What about Little Big Planet? Never played it. What about well, he's probably better at me than Halo. What about Call of Duty? Never played it. He hates Call of Duty. He doesn't know Little Big Planet. Who doesn't know Little Big Planet, by the way? I'm just saying. He's heard of The Last of Us and only checked it out like once, I can imagine. And I'm fairly certain he'll just give it the GameSpot review, which infuriates me even more. He has never I feel like he has never touched PlayStation ever, because he doesn't know. I'm fairly certain if I say, hey, what's the achievement equivalent on the PlayStation 3? I'm fairly certain he'll say, they're all called achievements. I'm like, okay. That will be the big preview of evidence. And Jacob is the same way. He's kind of hypocritical. Like, the two guys that choose Xbox One over PS4, and I'll conversation about this in a few minutes. The two guys that talk about PlayStation 4, one's a hypocrite and the other's overcompensating. He acts like he condescends on everyone. By the way, Sean, condescends means to talk down to. Like I'm doing right now, you worthless. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be obnoxious, and I don't want to take it out on the reviewers, because you guys are nice, all that stuff. If you choose PlayStation 3 or Xbox 360, I don't care. It's your decision. 360, I don't care. PS3, I don't care. If you choose the Xbox One over PS4, I'll say, why? Because I looked at the 360, PS3, same thing. Nothing different. PS4 is different in comparison to the Xbox One. I will get Titanfall. That looks awesome on so many levels. Because giant robots and freaking parkour government agents, all that stuff, that sounds pretty cool. But I will get it for the 360. I'm not going to get the one. I'm going to get Killzone Shadowfall, Knack, definitely Infamous Second Son. That looks pretty cool. I'm going to get a lot of games for the PS4. But I'm not getting it for the... I'm not getting the Xbox One. I will get the PS4, but I'm waiting until it's backwards compatible and all that stuff, so don't expect any PlayStation 4 gameplay in a long, long time until its backwards compatible version gets updated. And to be honest, it's PlayStation, and it's in its nature to say, oh, we're going to be backwards compatible and all that stuff. Saying PS4 is not going to be backwards compatible is like saying Xbox One is not going to be green. That doesn't make sense. Nonetheless, I love the Xbox 360, I love PlayStation 3, both are great in my heart. But when it comes to stuff like, oh well, Xbox One versus PS4, I'm choosing PS4, and I'm fairly certain a lot of people would too. I have an uncle who has a 360, spent most of his life playing the 360. I said, hey, you gonna get the Xbox One or PS4? No, I'm getting the PS4. He said PS4. You wanna know why? He says, I'm not afraid. It's not what they did to it now, it's what they might do to it later, and I don't want to experience that if it's in my house. Because once it's in your house, you're stuck with that console. You can't sell it, you can't do stuff with it. And not to mention what Xbox said to us when we had a bunch of questions to it, like, hey, what about this, and what about that? Like, no, F you. They just gave you the giant bird. They gave you the British bird. Regular bird. But nonetheless, they just said, F you, we don't like you. I'm like, why? They didn't say directly, but they said, like, if you have low internet, you're screwed, F you. If you have to sign in once every 24 hours, if not, too bad, so sad, your console will shut down. You have to buy internet just to play at all. Here's another thing. Here's another thing. You could just skip to this part and all that. You could skip to this number and just say F it. Xbox 360 requires Xbox Live just to play online multiplayer. PlayStation Plus, you get it, the majority of everything on it will be free. PlayStation Plus is a great deal if you pay $60 once a year. Xbox Live is pay $60 a year just to be online, just to do the stuff equivalent, to get downloads, to watch stuff, to even be online. I mean, you can be online without it. I have the silver membership right now because it just expired a month early for some reason. Nonetheless, the console wars are meaningless, and 360 and PS3 are the same thing. You can't go wrong with either one. But if you want my recommendation, go with... I even had a guy that said he had a PlayStation 3. I mean, he said, oh, well, I'm going to get the Xbox One because it looks cooler. I'm like, alright, you want to try it, but I would get the 360 and all that stuff. A couple months later, he said, like, a few months later, he was like, no, I'm getting the PS4, dude. I heard about what they said about the Xbox One. I saw the Xbox One. No, I'm not getting the Xbox One. I'm going to get the PS4. I'm like, okay. See what I mean? You should. I'm just saying, if you want to get an Xbox console, go with the 360. You can't go wrong with that one. And this Jacob character, that chooses Xbox One as well. He says he chooses Xbox One because PS always gets hacked. Like, the whole console network gets hacked, and yes, it did one time. But he's acting like, oh, Xbox in general never gets hacked. Not even the consoles. I'm like, yes, it does. I've seen multitude of times. You can hack a freaking console. You can hack a computer. You can hack into the freaking Pentagon if you want. It's called the Fifth Estate, Jacob, and you should watch it. I mean, I didn't watch it, but, you know, just letting you know. I'm saying, like, not everything is perfect when you say it is. Jacob never laid his eyes on PlayStation, I can imagine. And same thing with Sean. Sean says, oh, well, I had a PlayStation. I threw it away like 5 times because it kept shutting down on me. Got the Xbox 360 once? No ring of death. I was like, that's impossible, Sean. I can expect the not ring of death thing because I got the 360 Elite and it didn't ring of death on me. But I got the PS3. I lasted for 4 years on my one bulk older brother of a PS3. It lasted a long time. And I got the PS3 Slim. I got the Xbox One like for a year now. It's still lagging and glitching and all that stuff. I just decided not to play it for now, pretty much because I got Borderlands 2 and all that stuff before I get the gold membership. I'll explain that later. Nonetheless, I'm just not gonna get the Xbox One. I'm sorry. I will play any console you want, even the Xbox original if you want, but I'm not getting the Xbox One. Like, it seems like a huge setback. I can imagine why they call it the Xbox One, because it's like, oh, it's like the original Xbox, except crappier. I don't want to insult Microsoft or anything. The Xbox looks cool. 360 looks better. Xbox One looks like it's having a huge setback on what it can do. It's like, all they ever talk about is to connect and connect and connect. It's like, I don't want Kinect. I want games. I want good games. I want Halo 5, Dead Rising 3, Titanfall, all that stuff. And those are the only 3 games I heard of them talk about, ever. And by the way, Minecraft's going to be on the PS4, PS3, and the Vita. I checked it online, by the way, and yes, it is. Don't say no, because it really infuriates me. This is the truth about video, and this is being honest. These are the truth. Yes, PS Network did get hacked into. But guess what? You can hack your Xbox 360 as well. You can't hack the mainframe, I can imagine, but you can hack the console itself. Just like the PS3. I have a friend who's a hacker, and he does it all the freaking time on his 360, PS3, computer, all of it. So if you want my opinion, if you want to go with the PS3, please just... I'm glad you listened to the end of the video and all that stuff. If you want my opinion, go with the PS3, go with the 360, I don't care. It's either one's good. If you want to go with a console in the next generations that are coming out, go with the PS4. Because, again, I have a multitude of people saying, like, I even met some random guy at a Blockbuster store saying, like, oh yeah, well, I got a 360 like 3 times now, and all it did was just shut down, break down, charge me too much. So, yeah, I decided to throw it away and get the PS3. I was set for the rest of the time. I'm not the one saying that. There was a random guy at Blockbuster to say that. I have an uncle who said he's getting the PS4 and he had this 360 his whole life. Didn't play PlayStation 3 once, ever. And he's gonna get the PS4 because he saw about the Xbox One. I have a friend that said, you know, I'm gonna get the Xbox One. He changes his mind like a long time later. So I'm not trying to convince you to get the PS4 or the 360. I'm trying to say, hey, if you want to get a console, go in this generation, go with the Xbox 360 or go with the PS4. Either one. Sorry. If you want to get a console in this generation, go with the PlayStation 3 or the Xbox 360. Can't go wrong with either one. You want to get a console in the next generation? I recommend highly of the PS4, and so do a lot of people, because there are double of the pre-orders for the PS4 than there are Xbox One, and there's almost 1.5 million. There's 1.5 million reviews, or probably a little over that even, of the PS4. I'm not saying Xbox One is going to suck, but they haven't offered much. All they ever talked about was Kinect. They look like they're setting back a lot, and to be honest, they did fix a lot of their flaws, but why would they even put that out there in the first place of all the flaws they just put out? If you want my opinion, go with 360 or PS3. If you want a good Xbox console, go with the Xbox 360. You want a good PlayStation console, go with the PlayStation 4. Either one you can't go wrong with. PS3 or Xbox 360, either one. PS4 versus Xbox One, please, if you want a good console, go with PS4. I'm not trying to sound like a fanboy, but guess what? I'm presenting you facts as it is. So yeah, have a wonderful day, YouTube. And just to recap the whole thing, PS3, Xbox 360, either one. That's my opinion in the console wars. I'm unbiased. I'm neither one. PS4 versus Xbox One, PS4. Just go with PS4, man. Believe me, it's a lot easier if you just say that. And the only two people on the face of the earth that said Xbox One say, well, that's because, well, I never played PlayStation 4, but you know what? I never played. Again, these two guys, Jacob John, all that stuff. One of them is a hypocrite. He's a rage quitter like I am. He says every time I play Minecraft, he's on PC. He's like, dude, don't rage so much. And he plays the Magic the Gathering game. He rages too. So he's kind of a huge hypocrite in my defense, in everyone's purview and conception of the whole thing. So basically, and he's like, well, yours is different. He's like, oh, well, shut up, man. He's like, shut up, Connor, every time he rages, but when I rage, he's like, dude, shut up. He just wants me to shut my face for some reason. I want to suck his on all his levels. No offense. I don't want to be aggressive. This is the truth about video. PS3 or 360, either one. PS4 versus Xbox One, PS4. A lot of it has differences, but I go with if you're gonna get the Xbox One, go with Halo 5 and Titanfall. Dead Rising 3 looks fun, but I don't think they're understanding the concept. Capcom's understanding the concept of, well, you could get a lot more money if you go on both consoles. Like Destiny and even Watch Dogs are gonna be on both consoles. They say we recommend you do this on the PS4. I wonder why. I don't know how Destiny's gonna work, but I can understand how Watch Dogs is gonna do it with a phone, because you're like, oh, touch the touch screen and all that stuff, or touch this, touch that on the touch screen of the controller, and you're like, oh, I can activate this, activate that, activate this. Just a lot of people. I'm just saying, like, a lot of it has benefits. PS4 has more benefits than the Xbox One. I'm just saying. This is the truth about video, and I'm giving you the truth I collected. My analyst on the whole thing. That's like politics for the Xbox 360 and PS3. You don't care about either one. You could just get either one and just be okay. It's different with politics. If you get either one, you're screwed. In consoles, if you get either one, you'll be okay. In politics, choose either one, you'll be screwed. Xbox One, PS4, PS4. And the only two people that chose Xbox One, everyone changed their mind about the Xbox One. They're like, well, that sounds cool. Like, no. I'm going with the PS4, man, if you're going to say that to me. I mean, a lot of people. I mean, a guy that spent Xbox most of his life, a guy that chose Xbox One, and a guy that had Xbox before said, you know what, we're going with the PS4, we're going to PS3, F this. And the only two people that I'm aware of that will choose the Xbox One is a hypocrite and an overcompensating guy that never played PS3. He says he has, but believe me, I don't think he has. If you don't know what Little Big Planet is, or Killzone, or any of those games, in fact, you barely know Uncharted as it is. You never played PlayStation. Don't bullcrap me. And PS3 doesn't just shut down 5 times. And the other guy, again, he's a rage quitter. He'll like, oh, yours is different if you rage quit. I'm like, but if you rage quit, you're just awful. If I rage quit, it's different. I'm dealing with ignorance. I'm like, yeah, same here, douche. If If I rage quit on computers, he rage quits on card games. Card games. I'm rage quitting on simulations of what people might do to me if they were in this environment and I had infinite number of lives. He's rage quitting over pieces of plastic and cardboard. Magic the Gathering is fun, by the way. I played it a couple of times. I enjoy it. Nonetheless, I don't rage quit unless I'm dealing with pure bullcrap. Like, let's say a bunch of my teammates in Halo start beating me for some reason. I can't move. That's a moment of rage, because I'm dealing with ignorant idiots that don't know how to play Halo. If I don't get a kill, I shouldn't rage. If I don't get a kill and I die all the time, that's something to rage about. If I waste all my ammo on this one dude, and all I have to do is swing my punch at him, last second someone snipers him with a pistol, that's something to rage about. And it happens a lot more than you think. Halo 5 looks exciting, but they haven't said a word about it. So I don't know why people are like, oh, well, Halo 5 looks cool, Halo's this, Halo that. Like, Halo 5 hasn't been mentioned at all. That's so far Microsoft's glory hole for the Xbox One is Titanfall, PS4, Titanfall, Halo 5, and Dead Rising 3. So thank you all YouTube for listening, and I really appreciate this. And again, a lot of people are choosing the PS4. Go with the Xbox 360 or PS3. I don't care. Everyone has their own opinions on that. Choose whatever you want. I don't care. I'm going with PS3 or Xbox 360, but I'm probably gonna go with the PS3. I don't know. I like free internet. If you have to choose between PS4 and Xbox One, a lot of people chose the PS4, and the only two people I know are overcompensating liars and a hypocrite that never checked out the console. I'm fairly certain neither the two had never checked out E3 from the PlayStation department and E3. They were like, "Oh, Xbox One has all this." The only reason to pick a crappy thing is if it's the only thing you ever seen before. I'm not saying the Xbox One is going to be crappy, but it needs to fix itself before it crashes on its own fat head weight. Thank you all, YouTube. Have a nice day. And I really don't want to rant about these guys, but you know what? I'm going to save that for another video, because they're ignorant. They're very, very ignorant and stubborn on so many levels. I'm sorry to say that, but they kind of are. Thank you, YouTube. Have a nice day. And if all those people out there in my gamers club at blank 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 redacted, at redacted school and all that stuff, if all those out there in my gamers group, I hope all of you have a nice day. Choose whatever you want. I don't care. If you choose the Xbox One, all I'm gonna do is just question why and say bring up valid points. Have a wonderful day, YouTube. Go Xbox 360. Go PS3. And go PS4. And Wii U. I want to bring that in. Have a nice day, YouTube, and have a wonderful time.